And we're back for part two. Um, yeah. So clearly you can see this video is not that long. Storm is just OP. I won't lie. I'm pretty sure she's OP. Um, yeah, for sure. Like for me to get my part two video for only be 8 minutes, like she's clearly OP. So, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Now Magneto, he gave us some trouble. Um, he has that fast laser shoot, which kind of counters our tornadoes or our typhoons. But really, still, like, there's nothing he can really do, you know? Like that. And I guess he just stops blocking, and it's really too simple. And I thought she was like a complicated character, but not at all. I think we have like a harder time with Cyclops, and he's a ranged character too, but he's a bit more like melee, I think. But the fact that you can fly with her, she could like you can cast her abilities in the air. We block because he was doing his beam, and those little gravity things are nice too. Like he looks like a pretty complex character. I definitely want to play him soon. And yeah, we we get rid of him pretty quickly. So now what's after Magneto? I think that's Apocalypse, right? Yeah. They definitely could have made this arcade mode a bit like tougher. Added like at least one or two more stages. Like I don't know, it was pretty simple. Um like there's no real like this is probably the toughest stage of the whole game, which until you figure out how to beat it, it's. So I actually think this game might be meant to play for like PvP. Uh, so yeah. So starting off, what we wanted to do is see like the typhoon damage, which didn't really. It wasn't work. It was like if you see that damage, it's not really doing all that. I'm okay. So I was like, what are we gonna do? So we ult and see the ult does a decent amount, really. So we just smack them with some typhoons. We don't really block, even though she's so squishy. Um, we ult here, and that does a crazy amount of damage. And then yeah, you can do the super high jump and just spam, like you know. And then you just ult. Now we should have been blocking, and we do the hail. It did a little bit of damage. It wasn't as puny as I thought. We go high again and just kind of, and we ult again. And, we just typhoon away. I've never beaten Apocalypse on the first try. We block, we saw the targets, we're doing a better job. And we're gonna ult, and yeah, that's it. That has to be the easiest you can beat Apocalypse. Like, you know, normally it takes me 4 or 5 tries, but at least. And then we realized, oh yeah, for the last match, you have to fight your support, which, in this case is Juggernaut. So it's like, that won't really be that tough. Now, obviously, they make it a little tougher. They just crank up the like difficulty, I'm sure, because he like plays a bit smarter, but I don't know. I don't think it really. I don't know. Now I have tried playing Juggernaut. He has a really like interesting moveset. I don't think it's difficult, but I play on like a controller. Um, I think I would play much better with him on keyboard just because he has like a lot of half circle kind of abilities, like half circle forward and half circle back. He doesn't really have like abilities. He just has like I guess modified basic attacks, like where they do more damage and like that jump, like so I would definitely probably do better with him on the keyboard, but yeah, you see how quickly we're doing that. Now, aside from this game, I have really been watching the Capcom Cup, and I've really been like getting into that game. Like, I really want to play Street Fighter 6. So I've been kind of like looking into the whole, what is it called, a hitbox, or like, those joystickless gamepads where, it's kind of similar to a keyboard where you tap the buttons for back, down and forward, and so there's no there's less room for error as far as like execution, which for me, I played some computer games in the past, like League of Legends and stuff, so I'm kind of used to the ASDW type of system. So i I've really been thinking about getting like not like a official hitbox, but I've been thinking about getting like a, just one off of Amazon that looks pretty cool. I think like a 13 button one. I want one that's like a little bit bigger. I don't want like a super tiny one, but if I do get one, we may have to bring Street Fighter 6 on board, and you guys can see my progress from start to finish in that game. So that may be something we do here. But yeah, we beat him. It's pretty simple, just I won't lie. This is this is way too easy. I had no idea. I kind of like these little after things too. Like she sees Forge, and I guess they used to be lovers or something. I'm not too deep on like I know X-Men, but I'm not crazy deep into it. Like I don't know everybody's lore. I don't know everybody's history, their romantic partners and stuff. So like I really don't even know who Forge is. Like I've heard the name and I see the ponytail and the headband, but I couldn't tell you what his powers are or what he does. So uh yeah, you see Shuma Gorath in the back. He's not even in this game, but